Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
I buy, repair, collect, and sell old petrol lighters. It really makes me no difference when I see a prospective lighter to buy, whether or not that lighter is brand new or not. Whether or not it will function is the main criteria for whether or not I am willing to buy it. There are a lot of other variables that play into that, such as the condition of the finish of the lighter, the graphics that may have been placed upon the lighter to advertise for a particular company. It always gets my attention when I find local advertisement, especially when I find those here locally. But I buy a lot of lighters off of eBay, and for the right price, whether that lighter is brand new or filthy dirty and been used a lot, it really makes no difference to me. It's more about whether or not I can get that lighter back into working condition and whether or not I can get it for the right price. Ideally, you like to find them in pristine condition. Doesn't always happen that way, and again, that's where the price comes into play. My default for quite some time now when I go to make a show and tell video is if that lighter is brand new, then I will show it off, I'll pull the spring, I'll pull the insert, I show you that everything is in the proper condition for you to install that flint, fuel it up, and spark the lighter up. I have not actually lit those lighters. I sat down today to make a video, and it appears that every lighter that I have here handy to make a video on just happens to be brand new. All of these 5 of them here are also flip-top advertising petrol lighters with various advertisements on them. Some of them painted graphics, some of them anodized colors onto aluminum or embossments onto plastic cases. I have a Park Slim advertiser for Reed Engine Service Inc. here in Oklahoma City. This is a business that doesn't appear to be in business anymore. So when pondering making this video, it made me think it's brand new, the wick has obviously never been used. The flint, to be honest, I'm not sure that I've ever seen a flint like the one that is in this Park lighter. And not only that, but it's got a metal flint spring screw, which not all that rare, maybe uncommon in Park lighters, but it is pretty uncommon for one to be in such good condition and not be oxidized or otherwise corroded. But it is, again, a brand new lighter, and my default has been not to light these up. But I know from experience, because every time I make one of those videos, it seems like somebody speaks up in the comments and says, "Why didn't you light it?" Well, I didn't light it because it was brand new. But one thing about these lighters, though they all may be new in the sense that they have never been lit, never had fuel in them, never had a spark struck against the wheel. Some of them have degraded flint. Some of them are going to have some work done on the mechanisms. But whatever the case may be, everybody likes to see the lighter lit up when you show it off. So this lighter doesn't need any repair. All we really need here is a show and tell video. And this is a lighter that most likely will end up in our eBay store. And so I just got to thinking today, well, it may be technically a new lighter, but I don't think I'm really going to lose any value in going ahead and lighting this up. In fact, a prospective buyer seeing this lighter strike up and work may actually be a positive, as opposed to a white wick. But if they've got plenty of experience receiving lighters that have degraded flint still stuck in the tube, whatever, they may be leery to buy it. So what we're going to do today is a little bit against the grain for what we've done here over the last few years. But with this one and these other handful of lighters we have here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and treat these like they were used. I'm going to list them on eBay through our website like we always do, and when I do, I will note that they were new before I lit them, that they did not show any signs of being struck, spark, or otherwise used. But my goal here has always been to show that the lighters that we sell in our eBay store do work. So rather than just leave that little bit of mystery, it's not like these lighters have boxes. I know that's a big thing with a lot of Zippo collectors, that a new lighter, they want it to come with a box, they want it to come with the paperwork, they want it to be just as if it had come out of the factory or been mailed to them brand new in that particular year that it had come out. But that's not really what we do here. So at least for the time being, we're going to change it up a little bit and hopefully make the show and tell videos for some of these new lighters a little bit more satisfying by letting you see them light up. This is a Park lighter made in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, USA. And those of you who have watched the channel for so long will know that that likely means this was produced after 1960 or so. I really like the dual tone inserts that you find in some of these Park lighters. I can't remember whether I've ever seen one of these in a full size or not, but I do recall seeing them in the slims for sure. That wick looks brand new, definitely white. Move that wick just a little bit away from that file wheel. This also has a solid foam fuel cell, a metal flint spring screw, these are typically corroded and really kind of a whitish powder coating them that looks pretty nasty. This one not so. There is the flint that is in this one, which is silver colored. I don't know if that was original to the lighter or not. It seems unlikely. And there are so many Parks that are found with degraded flints in them, it's hard to say, at least for me, as many Parks as I have repaired and cleared the flint tubes on, it's hard to say what a Park flint that came from the factory in the 1960s would have looked like. Flint down the tube. Followed by the flint spring and screw. Get that flint grooved in the right direction. Tighten all the way down. I would not expect this to hold more than maybe 3 or 4 droppers. And from my experience, there's not a whole lot of functional difference between a solid foam fuel cell and your typical cotton or rayon wadding. There have been so many different materials used for wadding in petrol lighters, from ground up cork and sawdust to cotton, rayon, other absorbent materials. Don't see any moisture on that wick yet, so we'll go ahead and add a couple more. And we will give that a shot from there. See the engine graphic up top, and then there is some paint missing from the side over here. It says Reed Engine Service Inc. 677-6929. 677 was a very common number around here back in the day. 3708 South High, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am not familiar with where this would have been on the 3700 block of High, but I did frequent that area because there used to be a tire shop over at 29th and High called Hibdon's. Those of you who are familiar with Oklahoma City, the greater metro area, will remember Hibdon's. There's still Hibdon's around, although I believe they have sold out to a corporate entity at this point. But a really cool park, slim Advertiser. That appears to be a chrome-plated brass case. You can see the corroded brass. An aluminum insert that is not marked. Mentioned the dual tone. The wick that is still brand new. So as I mentioned earlier, when I list this on eBay, it will be listed as obviously used. We're about to spark it up, but we will note that it appeared to be unused, unstruck, never filled with fuel before we did so here in the video. These parks do not have the same hinge or spring system of a Zippo. I have described this in the past as more of a brute force system, where this leaf spring is putting pressure on the little nodule here underneath, or the underneath side of the lid, and that's what holds it closed and then allows it to come open. So no repair needed on this one. I don't remember where I bought this. It may have been out at the cluster of antique places out at 10th and May. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's where I bought it at. Can't really remember the details. It's been a while back. A lot of these lighters that have accumulated around here were bought online, but this one I'm certain was bought here locally. Park Industries, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Slim Advertiser for Reed Engine Service Inc.